What is going on, everybody? Hello, it is Based Af Monday, and I am rocking my lumberjack jacket because it's kind of cold today. So I figured I'd just keep my jacket on. But it is Monday, and you know what that means. It is Based Af Mondays. We got a lot of fun things to talk about, breakdown, dispute, and, call it as it is. Anyway, my co-host for the day is, of course, Darth Caul. We are waiting for Floodzilla. I don't know where Floodzilla went. He showed up late last time, but I got to give him a little bit of time anyway because he just moved into his apartment and he's rearranging all his stuff and doing his thing. So, yeah, I'm sure he'll be popping in eventually. But Floodzilla. Caul, how are you, my friend?
I'm great, dude. Thank you for asking. Wonderful to be here on another Monday.
Gotta love it.
I'm just chilling, man. Excited for some conversations. I'm really stoked to be with the chat. What's up, chat? How you doing?
How you doing, chat? I hope your weekend was fantastic, everybody. Before we get into the subjects, I actually have more subjects to talk about than is in the title. Usually I try to fit them all in, but you really only get so much title space. I got a few things that we're going to be talking about. But first, before we even get into anything, I just want to say, let's see some Fs in chat because Savannah got hit again. They gave her another suspension from Twitter. They just cannot stand this woman. She got banned the first time from Twitter because the president of the United States, that's right, Donald Trump, retweeted one of her videos and it went viral and she skyrocketed up in subs or followers rather on Twitter. And now this is again, same exact kind of thing happened. She was actually at the race where Will Thomas, known as Leah Thomas in some circles, won the NCAA championship race above all of the other women. And she was out in the crowd asking people about it. And there were multiple, it's really interesting too, because of all the people she asked that were for Leah competing, didn't even know what Leah looked like, didn't care, were kind of clueless. Just, we can't believe people hate this. We can't believe that this is happening. Like, how dare these people, be upset about this woman? And of course, I have to, just bring this up. I'm just gonna show this. This is from her actual teammates were uncomfortable. They're uncomfortable in their own locker room. Will Thomas, UPenn teammate, tells how the trans swimmer doesn't always cover up her male genitalia. That's right, her male genitalia when changing, and their concerns go ignored by their coach. What?
It's a female penis, okay? Get over it. Big hit.
There's no such thing. No. A penis is a penis. A man, that's male genitalia. His dude, it's a dude. It's a guy, and he's in there swinging his dick around, and they're like,
he's helicoptering that thing.
He's literally walking around helicoptering, like, check me out, whatever. Well, whatever. I don't know how he holds his towel. Maybe Tenton. I hear he's still into girls, and he still sees women, and in this, I'm not going to pull up this article because I've actually talked about this on my show before. They talk about sometimes he gets a little excited when he sees the girls. So it's not like he's just, over there and they're like, oh, cockaballs. Like, I saw it. It was more like dude standing at attention. Like, it's so, this is weird, but I got to say, Savannah, she was showing a different side of the protesters. There was a whole group of protesters that were there for women, because it turns out a lot of the swim team reached out to the community and said, please help us protest this because we are having our sports taken away from us. Specifically, this man is beating us in a sport that should only be for women. And I agree with that. It should be only for women. So Savannah, she actually got retweeted by the great Jordan Peterson, which is awesome because Jordan Peterson is rather based. I would love to have him on the show one day. Jordan, if I know you love watching my show, you're always welcome. hail lobsters.
Hail
Uh,
lobsters, baby.
so, he's always welcome, but he retweeted it. And then she actually had her video played on Tucker Carlson the other night. So
Wow.
she is just blowing up. Twitter is not going to stop Savannah. Of all the people I know that are hard workers and love what they do and are passionate, Savannah is at the top of the list. Nothing has stopped her. She actually just put in her. Well, I think she has now since left Slightly Offensive over at the Blaze, which was a great show. I've been on a couple times. Savannah's fantastic. She's gone. She's moving her own thing. She's now working for Truth Social, and she gets to go and do what she wants to do. That's why she's on the scene here. She went to DC to interview the truckers. She's been all over the place, and guess what? She's going to continue to be all over the place. And her videos, they're going to find their way to Twitter anyway. All right, Twitter, you can't stop a woman like Savannah Hernandez. All right, I'd love to have her back on the show soon. I know that she's really busy lately because of her new job. I'm just really hyped for her. Is she still on YouTube? I don't know. I know that she, in her video explaining that she was moving on from Slightly Offensive, she actually went to explain that it's going to be a little bit before she gets into her new schedule where she could start the rapid fire podcast back up and running. So we'll see. But anyway, I got a lot of respect for Savannah. She's fantastic. And I'm really hyped for her to be exploding as she is. And, when the mainstream media is trying to censor you, you probably should go and listen to the person they're censoring, right? I mean, they're obviously saying something that they don't want you to hear. And it's like, and the proper way to handle misinformation, like they say, is to give proper information. When they start banning things and censoring, it's like kind of like this whole thing Zelensky just did. He basically banned all media and took it all into one program. So the media is now one place in Ukraine, and you can only get information from one place.
That's
Like,
Orwellian, bro.
that is really crazy, man.
It's 1984 straight up.
And he banned all political parties
I saw.
except the neo-Nazi party.
Weird.
Why not?
And what's up with, we'll get into it, I'm sure.
Well, and they're saying, well, no, we're getting into it. Well, whatever. What were you going to say?
I've seen so many, and I don't want to, because I don't know what the context of all these videos are, but I've seen video after video after video of people tied up to light posts and shit, getting beat and hit. Excuse my language. It's just odd, and they like pull their pants down, they whip them against poles. Some kids are tied to it.
Yeah,
it just seems like a very strange thing to be doing to your citizens.
Horrible.
Yeah,
it's horrible. Well, I mean, a lot of these people defending Ukraine don't realize that the Ukrainian government is actually really corrupt and has been killing Ukrainian citizens for the past 7 years. Jeez. But they're like, yay, Ukraine. It's like, okay, I am not for Russia invading and bombing and killing. All right. I don't like any of these stories. Like, I'm not like a shill for Putin. I'm not a shill for Ukraine. I like peace. And when I see horror stories, I call it out, right? So right now I'm seeing these horror stories that, I mean, it's pretty crazy. Like, so how do I even begin? Like, there's so much to try to break it down. I was watching Viva Barnes yesterday on YouTube, and they had a very good long conversation about the history of Ukraine and like what happened and what led up to these events. And like, so you know what really messes me up though, that really I can't stand? Those videos that you're talking about, they're making their way around Twitter. People are talking about them. Yeah. And it's so sick how there's all these random people that come up into the comments are like, serves them right. Serves them right. What? What do you mean serves them right? So you could be against Putin. I get it, right? But why are the citizens being attacked? Why? These are Ukrainian citizens. These aren't even Russian soldiers. And then now we hear reports. Now I don't know if this is true or not. Okay, but there's a video. It's in Russian. I don't know what is, or I think it's in Russian. It's in a language I don't understand. And from what I've seen it be translated to is the Ukrainians are castrating wounded Russian soldiers that they're finding.
Jesus.
Calling them cockroaches, that they're better cockroaches than humans. And it's like, wow. And these people, you want to defend this, and people are. That's what I'm saying about this craziness of the people that think it's okay. It's like, oh, okay, so if someone's bad to you, you can be bad to them. Like, how does that? Is that how you want to play this game? Is that what people are doing?
It's
And
frightening.
I just it's sickening how um I can see how people can turn in Anne Frank. You know, she's up
Mhm.
there in that attic. Why? Well, because she didn't support Ukraine when we said she didn't put a Ukrainian flag in her bio. She didn't do the black square for BLM. She didn't do the rainbow flag or put her pronouns in her bio. I mean, this is where we are, where people are finally getting to that point of just like kill them all. That's what they want, and they're okay with it.
And not to make a Star Wars analogy, but it really is like, if you're not with me, you're my enemy. You know, like they want to make everything so black and white. Ukraine is a poor, innocent country. Again, I sympathize with everyone, all the citizens from Ukraine, but the
Yep,
media
the
wants to make
citizen.
it. These are the rebels. This is the empire. Putin is Darth Vader. Ukraine is Luke and the rebels. And it's like it's not that simple. Everything's really
Nope,
gray. We don't
not at
really
all.
know what's happening because the information is being put through this huge fog screen on Twitter, on all social media. You
Yep.
know, I have sympathy for all the citizens of all the countries. I trust none of the governments, especially Ukraine and Russia, because we're not getting the full story. So how can we make a good assessment of what's going on when we all we see are clips and bits, and it's
Yep.
crazy, man.
Yeah, I know, and it's what we're seeing on the media. I spent the past 2 years watching the media and seeing how they manipulate actual stories and
Mhm.
truth, and seeing how they are always wrong, or not always, but I would say 80% of the time it has been spun in a way that is so far from what the actual truth is. Like, just give people the truth and let them discern for themselves. That's what Russell Brand's been doing, and they're
Yeah.
like, he is a conspiracy theorist now. Like how, and I actually have an article. We're going to get into that in a little bit. But look at this article. This is a really key example of what I'm talking about. Do you remember this? So when the Freedom Convoy was in Ottawa, and there was that
Yes.
arsonist that tried to
Yes.
light the lobby on fire.
Hmm.
So right away, I was like, this dude's got blue hair. He or purple
Uh-oh.
hair or whatever. He
That's
waited
already a bad sign, mate.
he waited until there was someone there to tell them, "Oh yeah, I'm with the convoy outside." And like and then the person that saw them there didn't call the police. The police didn't find out until I mean this article kind of breaks it down. It's very long, but essentially what it's saying is the police didn't know. Okay, they had to find out through a tweet from the person who was complaining about it. Like, how dare these protesters? Blah blah blah. The media didn't even run with this because it was so. I mean, some media started pushing it the next day, but it was like even the mainstream media didn't want to touch this because guess what? It wasn't even an area by the protesters.
Hmm.
Okay? Billboard Chris, let me just scroll all the way. Hold on. Let me find this down here. So here we go. So Billboard Chris, he's a yeah, obviously he's got the Canadian flag and the American flag. I'm guessing he's Canadian American or something. He went there and checked it out, and there was no truckers anywhere near there. It had nothing to do with them. It was a normal street. So it's like, but I'll tell you what though, the rage haters, the people on the internet that are like looking for these kind of things, were
Yeah.
spewing everywhere.
Mhm.
And they're like, how dare they? They tried to do a mass murder event. If they try to do it, if the protesters try to do this and actually burn a building down with people inside, you don't think the media would have gone crazy with that? They
Mhm.
absolutely would have. But the
Mhm.
people that have that mentality, it reaffirmed what they think, and they ran with it, and they stuck with it. They probably still think this is real.
Yeah.
Now, add that to all of the other things that have been going down like over the past year. We found out Trump was right about a lot of things. they were spying on his campaign. We've actually got the proof now.
Mhm.
Or what about Hunter
And
Biden's
what
laptop?
really quick on both of those,
Yeah,
if you're an American and you want what's best for the country, you have to be concerned with that, and you gotta call it like you see it on both sides. Because I don't care if you're a
absolutely.
Democrat, I don't care if you're a Republican. If the freaking guy was spied on during his campaign by the sitting president, that's
Yep,
bad if you're a Democrat. That's bad if you're a Republican. That's bad if you're an independent. That's bad for freedom. It's bad for truth. It's bad for every free citizen of the world, and you should care. And you
yep.
really should. You should point it out and say this is not okay. But of course, it's all
Dude,
about playing
but
to your team, so
they've
they don't.
convinced their whole voter base that Trump is so bad
Mhm.
that the ends justified the means. Like they were like, well, we had to, catch him in the act of the Russian connection. I was like, but there was nothing. You base this whole like Russia collusion thing off lies.
Off
Got caught
headlines, fake
right,
headlines.
and got caught. And all these people out there are probably their whole voter base is probably still thinking that Trump is some sort of Russian agent.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter what the truth is. It matters how much you can make someone feel or believe.
Correct.
And
Exactly.
it's not about reporting the truth. It's about what's the headline that's really going to jazz people up for us.
Hmm.
And then whether it's right or wrong, they never care. And then like 5 months later, they're like, oh, actually, it turns out we were totally wrong. But it doesn't
Yep.
matter because the damage has already been done. And 9 out of 10 people just remember the original headline, not the correction, not the actual facts. It's messed up. It's really messed up.
Yeah,
That's all I'm
agreed.
gonna say. Mm.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And then we have then when you try to, you know, find a center voice, someone who says, "Let's take a look at the information." All right, here's this from this side. Here's this from this side. Here's the pieces that are equal on both sides. That probably is more in line with the truth than what they're saying and what they're saying,
Yep.
right? And Russell Brand, for example, he's a perfect example because Russell Brand, if you listen to his videos, which you should, I
As
highly
you
suggest
should.
it because
Yes.
he's funny, he's accurate, he's uh peaceful. His whole thing is trying to unite us,
Yep.
all of us. Like
Yep.
we should all be united. It's okay to have differences. We have to understand that there's differences and
Mhm.
let's try to break down what's going on together. And that's what he's doing and it's amazing. And now the media is just trying to vilify him so much. Look at this.
It's because it's like he wants to bring the veil up and show
Mhm.
you the man behind the curtain in Wizard of
Yep.
Oz, and that's why now he's the next Joe Rogan or the next Trump. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
they want it. Yeah, they need to get rid of anyone that's like that.
Yep.
Russell Brand is attacked by big media. Elon Musk and Jordan Peterson defend him. They actually come out and defend this. And Jordan Peterson, hold on, where's his response? Here, Elon Musk's response to the Independent says how Russell Brand went from stand-up stardom to peddling YouTube conspiracy theories. This whole thing about, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Him peddling conspiracy theories, like watch his videos. What I haven't actually seen any conspiracy theories from him. All
Nope.
he's doing is talking about actual news that's going on and then breaking down what he's found.
He also
And
shows you the quotes. Like he reads it
right,
as he shows you visually the words that he's reading. Like it's not like
correct.
he's making it up.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
I love what Elon Musk says here. He says, with so many mainstream media companies saying Rusty Rockets, which is Russell Brand, is crazy slash dangerous. I watched some of his videos. Ironically, he seemed more balanced and insightful than those condemning him. The groupthink among major media companies is more troubling. There should be more dissent. Exactly. They
Mhm.
don't want any dissent. If you go against their narrative at all, in the slightest bit, you get shadow banned, downgraded in the algorithm, pushed aside, demonized in the media. If you break through that algorithm like Russell Brand clearly does,
Yeah.
they need to stop him. Look at Savannah, right? Savannah
Savannah,
broke
Babylon
through.
Bee, Russell Brand. Those are
I
three right
actually
there.
that's the next thing we're going to talk
There
about.
you
I have
go.
the Babylon Bee. We're going to discuss that in a second. Savannah, she was breaking through the algorithm. They already tried suppressing her. They got rid of her first Twitter account that had 130,000 followers on it. It was a big account, and then boom, the president retweeted her, and because guess what? It proved him right. They can't have that. Whoa, proving Trump right. Trump actually used one of these videos. Well, we can't get rid of Trump yet because they absolutely went and did. And it's funny. One of the first things that Trump got suspended for? Do you know what it was?
Oh, the first time he got suspended?
Yeah. And it was late 2020. You
In
remember what it was?
No, what was it?
It was when the Hunter Biden laptop thing was going
Um,
down, and Joe Biden said, "I do not discuss business dealings with my son." And there was a
remember that?
video that was edited together of him saying that, and then the look at this photograph, that
Yeah,
that meme, and
yeah,
the picture was Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, and the executive from a Ukrainian gas
I
company
remember that now.
golfing together, and it's like,
Yeah.
that's business. You're gonna tell me you guys just golfed and didn't actually talk any business? The whole thing about what the laptop proves is that Hunter Biden was taking money, and the people that were giving him money were then able to meet the then Vice President Joe Biden. They were
Mhm.
paying to get meetings with the sitting Vice President of America. This is not even conspiracy theory anymore. This was proven. The New York Times finally came out and said, "All right, actually that laptop is true." And if the laptop is real, which I'm sorry, since the laptop is real,
Yep.
not only do we see these all super shady dealings with the Biden uh, regime or the Biden corrupt family that is there, the pictures of Hunter Biden, I can't show you guys
I've seen
these
them. My
these
God.
pictures.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen these pictures. Whoa,
Whoa.
disgusting. All right, I can't. I don't even want to talk about it. It's disgusting. Hunter Biden, little girls, family members, really nasty stuff. All right. You know what I mean? Like,
Unforgivable stuff, bro.
whoa. Yeah.
Unforgivable.
And,
You know, Trump also called that out during the debate. During the debate, he said exactly what
I forgot
that
about
tweet was
that.
about. He was right to Joe Biden's face.
Yep.
And then he also was interviewed by one of like the older, some old blonde white woman.
Right.
And
On
he was like, "So here's the
CNN or
deal." And she's
60
like,
Minutes, maybe.
that's not true. That's not
We
true."
don't have any evidence of that.
6 months later, yeah, that was all totally true. So Trump was right across the
Both
board on.
things. He
Yeah.
was talking about the laptop, and she was like, "Nah, stop it." And then he was like, "And then they spied on my campaign." She's like, "No, they didn't." It's like, okay, the laptop was true, and they spied on his campaign. So guess what? He was right.
And if Nixon got in so much trouble for that, how come there's nothing like that going on for spying on Trump?
Because they're all protected.
Yeah.
Every single one of these people is protected. They have just they have this huge everything locked in. That's
And
what it feels like.
it
That's what
doesn't
it
matter
feels
if you
like.
get caught or not. Even if you get caught, they can be like, "Hey, look, these people are being criminals. Hey, look, these people, we caught them." Doesn't matter.
Yep.
Doesn't even matter.
Joe Biden, like last week, he said something along the lines of, "Oh man, like the people that have incriminating pictures of people, you might know them. It's like
Everyone has
it's a
that.
horrible thing.
We all can relate to that, right? No,
It's like
Joe. No, most people don't take compromising photos with people and then blackmail them. That's
right."
really weird, dude.
Yeah, it is. It is weird. It's weird that Hunter had so many pictures of this stuff. Like he was taking them himself. Like, why were you doing that? And then and it's like they're so beyond being able to get touched that he doesn't even matter. These
Yeah.
pictures exist. These are real. They've been proven real. And guess what? Nobody cares. I mean,
Nobody
obviously,
cares.
I care. You care. I'm sure a lot of you care. But what's happening? Is Hunter going to be indicted? There are rumors
Yeah,
that
right.
he may get indicted. Is it going to happen?
Even if it does, it's going to be in name only. Like when Prince,
You
what was
think
it?
it's going
Prince?
to happen?
No, absolutely
Prince
not.
Andrew?
But even if it does happen, it's like the slap on the wrist Prince Andrew got. You're no longer part of the royal family. You're still a
Yeah.
billionaire. You still have whatever you want, but
Yeah.
very naughty boy.
Mm-hmm.
No. Like, what? Oh, poor Prince Andrew. Oh, I'm sure his life
Yep.
is terrible now. Or like with Jussie Smollett. So we proved that you did this. Even the judge says you're totally guilty. You're going to jail. Ah, but look, you're still out of jail. Weird how that
Yep.
works.
5 days later.
Weird. 5 days later. How much do you want to bet
Wow.
he never goes back in? And if
I,
Jussie Smollett gets
I
off
bet.
on that, come on.
Yeah, I bet.
Mhm.
I know it. I mean, I know there's so many people talking about how they were in Cook County Jail longer for like missing a court date or
Mhm.
missing a driver's class, not faking a hate crime, being used as like the symbol of anti hate, even though it was all lies, building it up. It's, man.
And how come Kim Fox hasn't been disbarred?
Good point.
Like, you
Good
dismissed
point.
that whole thing under the table, got caught doing it, got
Then
proven to be
and then
guilty.
put the next person in charge and called them and said, "You're going to let him off easy, right? You're going to let him off easy, right?" And then the city of Chicago was like, "This is messed up. We're scrapping all of this, putting someone new in charge." And then that new person was like, "Yeah, this is totally a fake hate crime."
Yep.
Wow. So when the corrupt people were taken out, surprisingly, they actually put someone in there that wasn't corrupt, which, wow,
Shocking.
in this day and age. But it turns out he was found to be guilty because he did fake that hate crime. I mean, it's the most ridiculous
And if
hate
he's not
crime.
going to face any consequences, what do you think the son of the sitting president's going to do? You think he's going to go to jail? You think he's going to face consequences? No.
She did get reelected. Yeah, she did get reelected. But that what does that even say? I can't even say what I want to say because I have, what is it? 2 days. In 2 days, one of my strikes fall off, so I'm not in like the red zone of one strike and my channel gets destroyed, which, you know, I'm definitely, I have my fallback pattern, so I'm gonna, you know, now that I'm like, whatever, that's a whole nother conversation. I've explained it already, but look at this. They're censoring everything. Next on the list, Babylon Bee censored by Twitter.
Woo!
That's right. Babylon Bee was censored on Saturday for hateful conduct. Why? Because of this tweet right here. Where is it? Babylon. I actually showed this last week when I was talking about the whole Will Thompson thing. Will Thomas or Leah, whatever you want to, however you want to, if you're politically correct. I don't care. It's a dude. His name's Will. Babylon's Me Man of the Year is Rachel Levine. So again, this is a joke, but actually in reality it's real. So, but it's a satire. See, that's what Babylon Bee is so good. They're so known and of being right on the, like, here's the line. They're like right here, and it's kind of like a heavy person. We're kind of like, you know, some of that side chunk is like sitting over the line. You know what I'm talking about.
A little bit of the muffin spilled over.
Yeah, the muffin top. Yeah,
the muffin top spilled a bit.
Muffin top sitting over on the edge, and it's like, oh well, you know, are you over the line or well, you know? But it's satire. That's how they actually get around a lot of the issues, because there's different laws with satire sites that they can, because it's labeled as satire, it's not real information. So this is actually an interesting case because it's a joke, but it's also true because it is a man that they're trying to change the definition of what a man is, or excuse me, more what a woman is. Anyone could be a woman. Did you know? You could be a woman.
I know.
Tomorrow. Yeah. Identify as a woman.
Maybe I will. Maybe next Monday it's going to be Caulina, you know?
Caulina?
Darth Caulina coming in.
Darth Caulina. Oh, there you go. You know, it could be a Twi'lek, you know, basically like Talon's older or younger sister.
Far less attractive. Yes.
Way more masculine, but that's okay.
Slightly broad shoulders for a female Twi'lek, but you know, whatever. What are you going to do?
It's just insane. I mean, this whole Leah Will Thomas thing, it's insulting. And I gotta say though, it is nice to see a lot of the prominent women that I follow be so against this, because I'm not surprised. If I was a woman, I'd be pissed. I'd be super pissed. I'm not a woman and I'm pissed, right? If I have a daughter one day, if I'm, you know, lucky to have a girl, I'll be lucky for a guy or girl. I don't care, whatever. But if I have a daughter, I would want her to be, if she plays sports, obviously, and I want her to go up against other girls. I wouldn't want her to have to compete against a guy just because of his feelings.
Yep. On top of that, too.
That's what this is.
Oh, it's 100%. That's what it is. And it's interesting because this is a sport where the consequences aren't as dire. And I'll explain why. Because this is, you're not touching each other, right? Okay. So his physical body is not touching their feminine physical bodies. Let's say we now do it to boxing or MMA.
They did.
I know. Fallon Fox.
the dude broke her
Fractured her
skull.
skull, fractured it. So she just put him in the clinch, and it was like seeing a gazelle get put into the mouth of a grizzly. Like she's struggling, but
Yeah.
going nowhere, and then
Yeah.
boom, one knee clean up the middle. She goes limp like a rag doll because her skull just got fractured, and she
Yep.
drops like a sock puppet. It was really disturbing, and
Yep.
that's just one instance. So if this keeps happening, that's going to pop up in physical sports where you combat each other, and then you're going to have serious injury. You can die in boxing with just dudes and dudes. So
Yep.
imagine a dude with that kind of power punching the frame of a woman. You're
She
gonna
talked about it too in an interview like a month later. Said, "I've been fighting. I'm a tough girl, and I've never felt power like that before." Yeah, because you were
of
fighting a
course,
guy.
yeah.
You were fighting a guy.
It would be like us fighting a gorilla, man. Like, we're gonna get ragdolled. I mean, not as
True.
extreme, but still, or like if we're
Probably
fighting.
probably more extreme, honestly, because
Yeah, it would be more.
gorillas are freaking
Gorillas are messed up.
beasts. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be a more extreme version of it. But
Yeah.
it'd be like if I'm 5'10", it would be like me fighting some MMA guy that's 6'6", 200 pounds. Like, I'm gonna get
Yep.
destroyed, bro. Doesn't even matter if I'm good. I'm gonna get dunked on, even if I have way more like skill.
Yep.
Just gonna grab me and dunk me like a basketball, which is what's
Yeah.
happening in the female sports. It's
And
crazy.
they're looking for any example to complain about, to bring it up, to throw it in the non-trans community. I say non-trans because I feel like that represents a lot of people,
Mhm.
and I don't like the term cis. It came from a pedophile to describe people who aren't into pedophilia, and it's kind of gross that they're allowing some pedophile from, I don't know, 80 years ago, like, coin a term, because it's like, okay, so if you're using it, that means you're a pedophile, right? So if you're not
Mhm.
cis, you're into pedophilia, which is just, all right, that's you, but don't call me that, because I'm a normal human being. Uh,
Use whatever terms that you want to use, but don't expect me to care or use them or respond to them.
right. And
I don't care,
I
man.
don't owe you anything.
I owe you nothing.
And no one
100%.
owes me anything at
Mhm,
all.
mhm.
That's it. Look at this. All right. I don't know if you've ever played this game, Doom Eternal. You remember Doom Eternal?
Oh, heck yeah, it was
Okay.
dope.
Awesome game. One of the
Awesome.
best Doom games that I played. And I played Doom 1.
Maybe
Don't
the
get me wrong.
best. Maybe the best Doom.
It's really amazing. I
Really?
really some would argue 2016 is better because
Mm.
it was a little more I don't know, raw. Did you play 2016 version?
No, I only played the newest one, but I was
Okay.
amazed with how fun
Well,
it was.
it was so buttery and fast. I love buttery games. I use that term often because, like, when a game is buttery, it's really, really well made.
Mhm.
There's not a lot of, you don't notice a lot of glitches. It's just very smooth. But check this out. Look at this. Resurface review accuses Doom Eternal of sexism and transphobia because there's no sex and no women.
Wow.
All right. Just for the record, just to let everyone know, Doom Eternal is set in the future. A demon has come and completely ravaged Earth, destroyed everything. There's demons everywhere, and you're a demon hunter, a doom slayer, and your job is to go clean up, right? There's no other humans. You just got to go kill demons. And it's awesome. It's fast, it's vicious, it's bloody, it's really gory. All the best things you can think of. There's all sorts of weapons, but there's no sex. Okay. And there's no women. Okay.
So
All
what? There's no men
right.
in the Amazons with Wonder Woman's world. I'm not crying that there's no dudes. I'm cool with the ladies having the Amazonian lady land. I think it's cool. Who cares?
Yeah.
And not that it's Doom, dude. You're
It's
complaining
Doom.
about some futuristic guy killing demons in hell, and you're like, this is so sexist. Oh my
There's not enough
god,
representation for me. Like,
he's
what?
murdering demons,
What did
lady.
you
Come on.
want? What
Yeah.
would have made it better to have a sex scene with him and a demon or something? Like, maybe some of these people identify as demons, demon self, or whatever their crazy terms are. Dude,
That's crazy.
it is really crazy. I just, this article, I mean, this is back when it came out, which it came out, I think, in like early 2020, or maybe late 2019, but it came out and they're just complaining about it. and someone found this and was like, "Are you serious? Like, look at this. All it is." Of course,
Samus.
look at this. A fan made a female version, and they complained about the female version. There of a fan art. They used a fan art is in their complaints about it, and it's like, but you're not. Oh my gosh!
Wow,
These people, man.
crazy.
The people that want to normalize this stuff is just absolutely insane. What are we talking about right now? The
Sexist demons.
mental disorders. I mean,
dude, the whole world is in a big mental disorder right now. Like the biggest pandemic, I think, is mental health in
yeah,
America is in the toilet, and I
yeah,
don't know how we climb out of that because once you're in that situation, and there's so many people dealing with that, and the generation's only going to go further and further in this direction. You know,
yep,
like I mean, Tim Dillon was talking about it in his stand-up yesterday, how mental
yeah.
health, like everyone, all people in their young 20s are like, I need to take a day. I need to take, like, nah, not today. Like everyone, like it's a big thing to talk about your mental health. Now, on the other side, I understand that mental health can be a serious thing. Like Tyson Fury, best boxer in the world,
Yeah,
heavyweight champion, had serious mental problems. Was very suicidal. That's serious. So I don't want to make light of it.
right.
But at the same time, I feel like we've let society get so soft that
Yep.
you get a little splinter, you get a little scratch, and instead of just saying I'm going to be fine, let's move forward.
I
You
have
want
to
to
take the day off.
you got to take a day off. You got to
I
put
need a
all the band-aids
vacation
on
from
it.
the splinter.
Yeah, and I don't
It's
know how
true.
we move back because sometimes instead of someone saying, "Oh, honey, it's going to be okay, sweetie. Look, I understand you're not." Instead of you need that dad who says, "Listen, son, you got to toughen up. I don't have time for you to cry right now. You got to be a little tougher today, okay? Like just get back
So
on
what
the
you're
horse."
so what
Yeah.
you're saying is fatherless homes is what's the cause of society's downfall.
I mean, it's very
I
possible.
mean, you didn't say that. I just said it, but that's kind
You
of the
need
vibe I'm getting.
you need that energy. You need
I've
the
talked about it before, actually. I agree with you 100%. I think that fatherless homes, the lack of the family is really important. The lack of balance, right?
yeah.
Because look, I'm not against single parent homes. Like that sucks. Um,
hmm
but
hmm
I think the kids that are lacking a balance are missing out.
It
You know?
also, yeah, you don't know how, as a child, when you're growing up, what to look for in a man or a woman. I'll give you an example on both sides. So, young daughter, right? You need a good father figure who's going to show you what a good male is that has like high morals, so that
Mm,
when she grows up, she knows what a good man is like. So she'll be able to identify them in public and go towards the right people. You know what I mean?
true.
And it's the same with having a great mom if you're a son growing up. Like you want to have
Yep.
a good role model of what a high standing, caring, morally upstanding woman is. So
Boom.
you go towards the people that are going to serve you, and you're going to be able to have a happy family. And when you don't have that, like when daughters don't grow up with dads, like they don't have that reference.
Yep.
They don't have. It's just a huge chunk missing.
No,
And like,
the only reference they have is probably the deadbeat that left.
yeah, uh
Or
huh.
even if they are deadbeat or not, I'm sure a lot of cases the mom has told them that since he's gone, oh, it's his fault. I'm perfect. I didn't do anything wrong. It's 100% his fault. I
hmm
mean, not I'm sure this isn't the case for most part, but like imagine most people want to make themselves seem to be better, especially in the child's eyes. Like, oh, I didn't do anything. It's all the dad who left. Of course, not all single parents are women, but primarily,
For
uh,
sure.
the woman takes care of the kid. I mean, it's really sad. That balance is so important. You nailed it, dude. A girl needs to understand what a good guy is, and a
Yeah.
guy needs to understand what a good girl is. And it's like
Mhm.
it's a balance. We need that balance back. That's really what we do. But like the problem is, how do we instill what we're talking about into the people that didn't have that growing up? Is it too late?
Maybe,
Is
yeah. Maybe. Like, honestly, I mean, not to be,
If
a
that's
downer,
true,
but it maybe.
if hold on, but if that's true,
Yeah.
the next generation of kids are going to come from a lot of these people.
Yeah.
And it's gonna keep spiraling down and down and down. And it's getting worse and worse and worse over the past decade or two, because that's what's happening. They're raising kids that are being completely spoiled, completely snowplowed, being caressed and nurtured by mothers with absolutely no like stern father figure going, hey, by the way, life
And
is going to
that's by the way, the
smack you in
best
the face.
that's the best case scenario. Like, you're assuming that this mom is a great mom, and, like, they just don't have the dad. And so even just having a great mom that loves you, if she's too, nurturing, it might not be
That's
good
true.
because then you rely on it too much.
That's a good
Now
point.
now let's go with the not best scenario, which is she's not a good mom.
Hmm.
How's that gonna pan out? Like, let's say she thinks that the iPad should raise you. Maybe she's bitter that, she has this kid, and that resentment when that happens
Yep.
it's really sad, but that happens.
Yeah, you're right.
It's gonna be 100 times worse than the person who's just being coddled by a good person. It's a scary thought. But,
It really is.
there are some positives, like, okay, Jordan Peterson, he's a great example of, like, a good father figure that you could have. So, maybe it's not totally a wash, maybe it's not completely hopeless, because maybe there needs to be a female version of a Jordan Peterson for the other
Hmm.
side of things, you know what I mean? Because Jordan has helped a lot of men and
That's a,
women.
that's a good point. That
Yeah,
he is. I mean, people look at him as a father figure because he is telling you, "Hey, life sucks."
yeah,
But you have to know that life sucks so that you
yeah.
can face life and not be disappointed, not be defeated, and not be uh just overcome by the weight of life, right?
Mhm.
Because life is tough. You have to understand it's a constant battle between you and every other person on the planet trying to make it, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to make it, you gotta not fight, because people hear the word fight and they're like, oh my gosh, they're calling for violence. I'm not talking about like physically fighting, but like mentally fighting,
Yeah.
right? You have to mentally fight not only everyone else, but yourself. And
Yeah.
these people are letting themselves lose to themselves,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, 100%. And, I've had some teachers that tell me, in the past, your own worst enemy is always yourself by far.
Always.
It's
Yep.
the only one who can really truly defeat you is yourself,
Hmm.
and that happens more often than it doesn't, unfortunately.
Well, and look what they're being taught. It's the world's fault. It's not
Mhm.
your own. Especially if you check any of the victim minority boxes that the SJW crowd loves to put on people. Oh well, you're this color that isn't white, so you're a victim here. You're a victim here. Oh, you're born in this situation, so all these victim boxes. So see, this is why you don't have to be accountable for your own actions. It's like, well, no,
Mhm.
everyone
Mhm.
is accountable for their own actions. Period.
Yeah, I think it's a great point. And, it's tempting and easy to want to blame something else. Like, I know how that feels. I think we all know how that feels. We would love to. It's just so much more convenient to be like, well, it wasn't me, it was this.
Yep.
And it's really hard to look yourself in the mirror and be like, nah, man, I'm the problem. Like, I'm the problem, and I gotta do better.
Yep.
I can think of a lot of examples like that. Like, you know, acting classes out here in LA. Like, depending on what race you are, you're going to be up for certain roles, no matter what side of the spectrum it is. They're going to shoehorn you, and you have to. It's not that's why you're not succeeding. It's you, no matter what
Yep.
skin color you are. Because, okay, one of my buddies, his agent was like, "Hey, do you have contacts that can make you look more Latino?" And this is a white actor, and he was like,
Okay.
no. He's like, okay, well, yeah, there's not as many good roles for you in this particular area, because usually, and I've heard acting coaches say this too, like, white dudes are going to be in current days, they're going to be the terrorist or the pedophile. Like, the roles are changing, and so if you want to get some of the other roles, you have to kind of like change how you look and appear. It's messed up, but at the end of the day, no matter who's casting what, no matter if they're making it harder for this race or that race, it's still
Yep.
on you, right? Because at the end of the day, Denzel Washington is Denzel Washington, right? At the end of the day, Johnny Depp is Johnny Depp. It didn't stop them. It's not
Yeah.
stopping people. So,
Well, and Denzel Washington is a good actor.
he's
I've
an
never
incredible actor.
I've never thought
Incredible.
once in my life, I'm like, wow, Denzel Washington's a really good black actor. Like, that's so weird
No.
because he's just a good actor. Period.
He's just period
Everything I've
incredible.
ever seen him in, I'm like, damn, this guy's awesome. Like, I
Mhm.
love movies with this guy in it because he's just good. I'm not thinking like, man, well, it's so petty to me and shallow to reduce someone to like their skin color. Like,
It's messed up.
wow.
It's messed up, no matter what race it is. And he's
Yep.
got a great quote. I love Denzel Washington because he said, if you don't listen to the news, you're uninformed. If you listen to the news, you're misinformed. So he
It's
knows the
true.
BS. He knows the BS.
Yep.
And yeah, it's just like just for me, like, I've faced some tough stuff, but at the end of the day, it's on me to succeed. It's on me to make it. And if I don't, I'm not going to be like, oh, well, because the casting director didn't want this or that. Like, who cares? Who cares?
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, you're still going to live your life and your life's going to end at some point. So what's crying going to do you for it? It's going to do you nothing. Winners
Yep.
find way to win. Winners find ways to be successful. Losers point at the winners and say, well, I couldn't because.
Yep, that was brings me back to the list of successful people that I talked about on Friday, and the very first one is successful people go out and do. They
Mhm,
don't sit back and wait. They just get up in the morning and make it happen. They don't care. They don't wait. They just go for it. And then
mhm,
another one on the list is successful people don't care what other people think of them. They
mhm,
just go do. And if someone says they're doing a crappy job, that's fine. They could believe it or not. They can uh, maybe take it and check themselves. Am I doing a crappy job? Maybe I can improve. Like
mhm,
that's
mhm,
different than, oh, I should just quit and stop. Okay, I'm gonna do that.
mhm.
No, I'm gonna get up and do it. I'm gonna actually um, go do whatever my dream is.
If you
You know,
really believe in what it is that you want to do, nothing can stop you except for you.
the original quote is Mark Twain. You know what? I thought I heard that from an older something. That quote that you were saying.
The misinformed or the uninformed?
Yeah, from the news.
Well, I've
Yeah.
definitely heard Denzel say it before, and I love
He
Denzel
might have.
handling.
He
Yeah,
might have. You know.
he's fun to watch handle interviewers and reporters because
Yeah,
he
it's
just
interesting.
swoops right through it.
Yeah, he's a freaking beast, definitely.
Mhm,
It's interesting about like people the difference between um like grifting off of something or taking positive energy and continuing it along,
mhm.
right? He probably would tell you like, "Oh, I didn't come up with that quote,
Yeah.
but I heard it and it's great." It's kind of like the quote that I love that I say it often and I tell it to other people. I didn't come up with it, but I read it once from some anonymous source on Twitter, and it's the people, the SJW crowd, right? These people that complain about microaggression. If you're complaining about a microaggression and you live in the West, you live in America, and you're complaining about microaggressions, you have absolutely no idea what it's like to deal with a macro danger. And I love
Mhm,
that because that's what we're talking about. Like the soft society that we live in, these people have no idea what it's like to have to chop firewood every other day to like stay warm or you freeze to death in the wintertime
mhm,
or harvest enough food to both have enough seed to plant next season and also get through the wintertime. Like we don't have to deal with these kind of things, which have we've had to deal with for all of humanity. Like
yeah.
99% of humanity, that's a huge thing that we've had to worry about.
Especially even today, just depending on where you live. Like,
True.
okay, in America, you can cuss out the president no matter who the president is, and it's going to be fine. In Iran, if you're the best wrestler in the world, one of the best wrestlers on the planet, and you speak up for human rights, you get executed by your government. That happened. Dana White called, or made phone calls, basically begging the Iran government not to put this guy to death. And this is just a wrestler who was incredible,
Wow.
amazing. He basically just was out of protest, put to death. That's Iran. So, and that's current day. That wasn't like, oh, that was 30 years ago. That was like a year ago.
That's so nuts.
It's horrifying. And this guy was like one of the top prospects globally. Incredible athlete,
Wow.
put down like an animal. Scary, really tragic and scary. And it fits to the point we're talking about, which is, you don't got it that bad if you're in the West. You're not being put down,
Dude,
literally.
these people that complain about microaggressions are the most entitled people I've seen. I don't personally know them because
Mm,
a lot of the people, I surround myself with like-minded people who work for their respect, not
mm,
demand it. I don't want I want to earn your admiration and your respect. I don't want to I can't demand it of someone and no one can demand it of me. That's like going back to pronouns. It's like I demand that you respect me and what I think I am. And it's like, well, no one owes you anything.
No one owes you
You
anything,
just
bro.
you're just entitled to it because you're soft, because you think that you are owed. And guess what? No one owes you anything. That's why they love the idea of communism, because they want everything handed to them. Oh, in communism, everyone gets everything. Like, that sounds great. They're not thinking about the fact that everyone also has to work. All right. And the elites are going to put them all to work just the same, or put them against the wall, because they're the ones who are most easily manipulated.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. It's crazy. Like, you can have pronouns. Go ahead. Like, it's freedom of speech. So if you want to go into your Twitter profile and put your pronouns, whatever they are, that's cool. I don't have to care. I don't have to acknowledge it. I don't have to do anything. You know, like you just said, respect is earned, man. It's not given. It's never given.
But you see this? You see
Yeah.
this? My Adam's apple. All right. If I put on a dress and I say, call me she, her, and I'm like talking to you and I've got this beard and my Adam's apple, and someone goes, hey man, like, what are you doing? Wear that dress. And I get all upset. It's like, well, I'm clearly a guy. All right. You know, these people are so, it's going to happen. All right. Like that. I don't remember what, I think it was Chick-fil-A or something. There's this video. Remember, was it Chick-fil-A?
there was a bit at Tim Dillon yesterday about Chick-fil-A, bro.
Was it? What was it? Well, here, let me get this point across first.
Yeah.
So it was a video that was floating around in the summer last year, and the person was bringing out the food. You know, the guy that worked at the store. I think it was Chick-fil-A. It might not be Chick-fil-A, but he walks out and he goes, here you go, sir. And it was very clearly a guy in a dress. And the guy got so mad. He's like, I am a woman. Can't you see that I'm a woman? And the guy's like, no, you look like a dude. He was very calm. He was not like yelling back, but the whatever it was super pissed off and like screaming and recording. And the guy was just calmly saying, you just look like a guy in a dress. You know, I thought, so you're a guy. I just said, here you go, sir. It was Sonic. It was a Sonic. All right. Thank you. But the guy was not being angry. He was very calmly just replying like, whatever, you're a guy in a dress. I don't care. Here's your food, dude. Like, who cares? And the person was like, I am so hyped to have this happen so I can film it and get
credit. They were filming it? Of course they were filming it.
Clout on the internet. Like, that's all it was. I don't even think these people actually care anymore. Now it's just kind of like this, they're in this like death spiral of getting more angry about something that they don't even really care about. They just want to use it to get attention from their own like circles on the internet. You know what I mean?
It's like Jussie Smollett doing the whole shebang up in Chicago. It was all attention oriented. It was all attention driven.
Absolutely.
It was to put all the attention and spotlight boop, right on Jussie.
It's a good point. I mean, attention, really. Like, think about.
I mean, you're filming yourself picking up Sonic's food, bro. Like, why are you filming that anyway?
Well, they started filming after the guy said, like, here's your food, sir.
Oh my, well, I'm gonna get desperate.
Say what you just said. Say it again. And he's like, I said, here's your food, sir. And, oh, see, you're blah. It's like, oh my gosh, you know. But you mentioned something there that I like.
Yeah.
It's about attention. What do people want? They want attention. What kind of world do we live in?
Attention driven.
Well, but we're the internet. The internet is everything now. We are still understanding how to integrate the internet into society, into our into human life. We didn't have the internet. The internet is absolutely new in the scheme of humans, as far as we know. Think about what the internet is, right? It's this place that can connect everyone on the entire planet to anyone else. And on a second's notice, you could say one thing on the internet that will cause a fire to spread across the planet of hate or admiration or whatever. So these people are getting addicted to the likes, the dopamine hits that now they're getting from having a tweet go viral or a TikTok be shared and be number one. It's like, and if they don't get it, they're starting getting tweaks. They're starting to tweak out. Like, this is actually happening. Like,
literally,
TikTokers are getting twitches, and it's probably because they're not getting the dopamine hit that they got from that one tweet, and they have to post more and try to get even more attention, and it's getting attention. They are addicted to attention instead of being addicted to life outside of the internet. Like, the internet is not reality, but these people are just so obsessed with getting attention. And guess how they're finding it? Finding one person that does a microaggression and posting it online. And it's not just the SJWs that are about it. It's like both sides. Everyone posts it. It's either you hate it or you love it. And like both people, like, you're getting attention no matter what. It's still you're getting that attention kick, right?
Yeah, and I like what you said about the dopamine hit, because legitimately there are real dopamine responses to
Yep.
little clicks on your phone and little comments and likes and seeing, like you said, things going viral.
Yep.
That's a really good point. It's like a
Exactly.
drug addiction. I gotta get my dopamine. Oh, let me
Yep.
get my dopamine hit for the day. It's like that. It's crazy.
Oh, all right. I have an update from Flood. He's in a tornado right now.
My gosh.
His town, he said our town is having a tornado warning right now, so it might be a few minutes. I don't know what's going on, but that was sent. What time is it now? Where's my? That was
It's
sent about
4:26.
45 minutes ago. So Flood may actually be in a tornado. I have no idea. He said it'll be a couple minutes, and it's been at least 45 minutes since he sent that. So, I mean, he might be going through some stuff. Hey, Flood, do you, man? Stay safe. Yeah, his power might have gone out. It might have lost his internet. I have no idea. I've been in a tornado. It's crazy. It ripped the freaking tree out of the front yard and completely crushed my dad's car when I was like 8.
Wow.
But I remember it. It was very strong wind. We were outside. I remember I was running and I would jump into the wind and it felt like flying for a little bit. It's kind of crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, so this was in Chicago back in the early 90s. But man, be safe, Flood.
Yes,
Sending you some good vibes. Of course, I miss Flood when he's not here, because I mean, we have great conversations, but
oh, it's the three amigos, mate. We're missing one
I
of the
know,
three.
I
We're
know.
missing one.
Huh,
Huh.
huh, huh.
Yeah, I love that.
I gotta find that gif. That was great.
Dude, it's amazing.
But shout out to Flood. Flood's great. If you guys don't know him, let's talk about this other thing that I found. So DeSantis, how do you feel about term limits?
I love them. I think we need them. Okay, now
I do too.
I'm not the most educated guy on it, but the way I see it, there should be one re-election. So you can run for office, you can get into office, and then if you want to get reelected, you can get reelected, and then after that, get the out of the public service. Because when you let people stay, they become leeches and they take over. Yeah, like you let people stay in long enough, they can all get together and then they can all work things out amongst themselves, where they can basically run it and dictate how it's going to go for the rest of time as we know it, which is, by the way, where we're at right now. So,
oh, Flood's in chat. Hey, Flood.
What's up, Flood?
Wait, what did he say? Hold on, I just lost it. He said, "I'll be home in 5 minutes." If you guys say, "Oh yeah, man. Hey, we're good now." A touchdown. Oh dang.
Wow.
Hey man, totally cool. I figured it was something. Since you didn't show up. That's all gravy. I'm glad you're safe. Yeah, man. If you want to join in, we got 2 more segments to go through. So, yeah, jump in whenever. So I agree with you 100%. Term limits are absolutely important. Look at the amount of millionaires in Congress right now. It is insane.
Nancy Pelosi.
It's insane. And look at who was not a millionaire to then became a millionaire while in Congress. Also insane. The numbers are insane. Like, what? How are these people getting so rich off of? I mean, granted, it's pretty decent. It's 175,000 a year or something like that, or they just gave themselves a 21% raise. Like a couple weeks ago.
How is that allowed? How is that allowed?
In the middle of inflation, they're like, you know what? Congress should get paid more. But by the way, you all should pay for extra gas and buy an electric car so you don't have to worry about gas, maybe, even though they're like $50,000. But you should do it anyway. And also, don't charge your electric vehicle because it puts a strain on the electric system. All right? I mean, come on. But if you're rich, it's okay. And all these people seem to be getting rich. Well, Ron DeSantis, man, the guy keeps making me like him more and more. Dude, Ron DeSantis is absolutely a beast. Look at this. Ron DeSantis, I'm a huge believer in term limits. This guy is actually trying to make it happen. Check this out. Florida GOP Governor Ron DeSantis supports term limits at all levels. At all levels. I love this. At an event,
why are senators allowed to just infinitely be senators? Why is that allowed, dude?
I agree. Joe Biden was a senator for like 40 something years. Insane.
Oh, hey, what did he get done in those 40 years as a senator, Commodore?
You want to talk about it? Seriously?
Yeah.
He made a terrible crime bill. He vilified people based on their race and said there's no hope for them. So whatever, let's make it so they can't even get an education while they're in the system. He did that also, which is absolutely insane. He also went and grabbed women by the literally grabbed them instead of locker talk. But people seem to be upset when Trump said in a locker about women that actually wanted him to do it versus the sitting president who actually went out and grabbed women there when they didn't want it. And also, not to mention all the kid sniffing and touching, which is pretty disgusting.
Also, he also said, current sitting president, that he didn't want his children to grow up in a racial jungle. That's a quote.
That's true. He
That's
did
a quote.
say that.
Yeah, the president.
His son smokes Parmesan. Flawed man. See, where are you at, man? We need that juicy base take right now.
We do.
That's all right. All right. So check us out though. At an event for a bill signing that put progress monitoring assessments into state law, DeSantis said he is in favor of term limits for politicians and school board members. When asked about House Bill 1467, which sets a 12-year term limit for school board members, the Republican governor took it one step further. The term limits for school board, I'm a big believer in term limits. I think it should be 8 years, 2 terms.
Yes.
If they did 3 terms, which, I mean, that's fine, but I wouldn't veto the bill just over that. But if there were a standalone measure, I would have insisted on just 2 terms for school board members, because I think that's enough time for you to go and serve and get stuff done. I love it because you go past that. Hey, look, you want to keep helping? Go to a different position. All right. Go up to try to be a governor, maybe be a mayor, maybe try to be a senator, maybe try to be anything else. Like, when you sit in one position and you just lose connection with it, right? I mean, you eventually start getting.
My God, yes. I mean, how out of touch are all the politicians? How out of touch is every member of Congress,
I mean, I think back to 2020, your governor sat at the French Laundry meeting with his friend. Well, it turned out it was actually a lobbyist who was lobbying him to get his business number first in line to get COVID relief from the government. It's like, that sounds pretty shady and corrupt. And guess what? It is shady and corrupt. These people that sit in Congress, then they sit there and then they get their son or their daughters to replace them or to work over in foreign gas companies to start ranking in money or getting connections and having things passed in order to make more money for yourself, or insider trading. Nancy Pelosi.
Excuse me.
These people are just using the system to enrich themselves. They have basically turned the government, government. I'm not talking just the American government. I'm pretty much every government is the new age mob, right?
They're like a legalized mob. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. And and guess where their payroll is? Us. We're their payroll. They get money from us. They just gave themselves a raise. They just gave $14 billion over to Ukraine. They can't even give, I don't know, what was it, like $8 billion to finish the wall to protect our southern border, which is a huge issue. Now, I don't know if you know this, but the southern border is now expecting another influx of a crazy amount of people because the border patrol has been putting people back over the border. And Biden's about to try to end some of their tools that they've been using to help curb the people that are coming over illegally. Look, I'm all for legal immigration.
Hell
Look,
yeah.
if you want to come to America, awesome. I want you to come to America
Mhm.
legally
Well,
because
ask
America is
yourself,
based on immigrants coming and working to make it because they want to work for a living.
but just ask yourself, no matter everyone in chat, you, me, if you wanted to move to any other country in the world, France, China, Japan, Australia, Canada, would you go through the legal avenues or would you try and hop the fence? Which one? Which one?
Right?
Okay, end of discussion. Thank you.
Darth Vader just said in chat. He says, "Well, look at Ilhan Omar. Did she marry her brother to just get him in the country while married to another man? Have we forgotten about that one? I haven't. I think it's absolutely illegal. I think she's in the mob, and the mob protects its own, and they do whatever they want. And I mean, look at the sitting president's son. When asked about conflict of interest, what's her name? Jen Psaki was just like, he's a private citizen and there's no conflict of interest, period. Uh,
Mm.
Talk to the Justice Department. It's like, no, no, no. The sitting president had people meet him that paid his son. So how is that not a conflict of interest? How does that not pertain directly to the sitting president of the United States? How is she not answering that? How are they not pressing that more? They need to.
Well, look, let me just circle back to you on that one, okay, Adam? I'm just going to circle back. Circle back, okay?
Next, I'm just going to call on the next person and ignore you.
Next, circle back.
And they don't care.
No, of course not. Of course
Gosh, I don't like saying if this happened to Trump or what about Trump or like
not.
imagine it
Mhm.
because it's like it doesn't matter. Trump's not the president right now. Biden's the president. I want accountability. Look, if Trump did something that I think demanded accountability, I would be on it. Don't
Yeah.
think I'm some sort of like I don't get me wrong. I like Trump. All right. I voted for him. I would again. But if he did something I didn't like, I would call him out on it. You
Mhm.
know, if he was actually sniffing little kids or pinching their nipples in front of their parents, I would be like, this is disgusting. But no, 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 that's Joe Biden. I actually saw it. And then the girl later grew up and was like, yeah, that really made me uncomfortable. He actually did that. And then took her video down because people were like, whoa, she admits it. Like that's the sitting president.
There's like 15 minutes of footage of Joe Biden just look, if you're a dad or you have a niece or any family members that are little kids
Mm-hmm.
and you see that footage, I promise you there's no way you watch that and then go, "Oh, that was nothing. That was no big deal." If that
Yep.
wasn't the president, there would be cops asking that guy questions, taking him in because you
Yep.
know. Now, how many minutes of footage on C-SPAN is there of Trump molesting little kids? Oh, none? Okay, cool.
But if they had it, oh man, would they have been spreading that around?
Oh god, yeah. Oh god,
Last girl
yeah.
just said all the girls on Hunter's laptop were all kids. Yeah, gross.
It just shows you that whatever the powers that be are, and who knows what that is, they clearly don't value kids.
Correct.
Like if you're not able to protect children on the most basic of level, I think we failed as a society. Like if
Agreed.
you can't stop kids from being harmed in any way, emotionally,
Yep.
physically, sometimes both, if you're around Joe Biden, uh,
Yep.
then there's no accountability, and it's like, what are we doing as a society? Because the kids are our future, and if you let the kids
Yes.
get molested, we're
Yes,
screwed.
Captain Ridiculous. He really did pinch her. You could
Yeah.
see the moment he
Yes.
does it, she squirms away,
Mhm.
and then later on in life, the girl actually came out and talked about it and said, "Yeah, he pinched me, and it really made me uncomfortable."
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, if you look, that video that you tweeted, if you search "creepy Joe Biden," you will
yep,
not find that video. You have to go to the filters. You have to click view count, which one has the most views, which is, by the way, the one that we're looking for with the most views. So you would
yep.
think if you're putting that search into the engine and you hit enter, the first one should be the one that has 3.9 million views. Weirdly
Mhm.
enough, though, when you do that, it's not at the top. You got
Huh.
to scroll and you got to scroll and you got to
I wonder
scroll,
why.
and filter and
It's
filter.
almost as if someone's manipulating the algorithms.
Mhm,
Huh.
mhm.
Yeah, it's I know a little something about that. I know a little something about algorithms being manipulated because I have an algorithm, a friend of mine who has looked at my channel and said, "Yeah, they're definitely pushing your channel down."
Mhm.
Um and yeah, it happens. Why? Because I probably am talking about this exact subject right
Exactly,
here.
exactly. Mhm.
Man, anyway, term limits. We spun back into that.
Woo! Yeah. Term limits.
You know, Andrew Cuomo's trying to make a comeback.
No way. No way. How?
That's
How?
exactly what I said. How? How is he trying to make a comeback? Hold on,
Crazy,
I
man.
actually got blocked from this person. So I can't play the video because I got blocked. All right, so someone said, "Wow, New York really misses you," at Andrew Cuomo,
Yeah,
and
right.
then had a video. I kid you not, dude. They had this video of like him going out and like meeting with people that are like vote blue no matter who, and they're like, "Oh, Andrew, let me suck your lie," and like they obviously they don't care. They don't care that back 2 years ago this Friday, he had an executive order to put sick people in nursing homes, which killed thousands and thousands of people.
Thousands of people. Oh, and who sent a
Hmm.
huge number, or at least a big, big boat with so much space? Who sent that boat for extra
Trump.
people? Oh, that's right. And who said that? No, I won't use it. Not a single room. Let's put them all with the old people. Who did that? That's murder, dude. That's
Yes, it is.
murder. You know, like Minority Report,
I agree.
murder.
Murder.
This is like the precogs, bro. Except they weren't there, unfortunately.
That that is an interesting case because that ship, the Navy medical ship that was sent to New York in 2020, right in the prime of the peak of what was going on. I don't want to call it anything because I have a
The
different
stuff that was happening.
the stuff that was happening, they
Right.
sent it there, and that was actually not for COVID patients. That was for people who weren't COVID positive, like the
Mm,
regular heart transplants or whatever, like the people that basically like, hey, go here, it's COVID free there. All right, but
mhm.
here, we're doing this. Well, he uh was like, no, I'm not going to do it. We're good. We're going to send all these sick people into nursing homes, and then of course there was some sick videos of like old people getting beat by
I've seen
like
that. I've seen that.
demented people, like why they were beating on old people. Like I have no idea what kind
I
of
remember that.
monsters does that.
Yeah,
Yeah, some
yeah.
sick videos. But then of course a lot of people started dying because they were getting infected by the people that were already proven to be infected being put in. Well, Andrew Cuomo didn't even get in trouble for that. He wrote a book. He won an Oscar, or what did he win?
He
What
definitely got nominated for some BS,
No, and he won
award.
it, but then they
Yeah.
actually revoked it later on. Um, but he got uh, had to resign because of sexual allegations. So it's like, oh, okay, so you're not gonna. It was an Emmy, yeah, yeah.
God.
He got an Emmy, but then
Just the fact that
they took
that
it
guy
back though.
but just the fact that they even gave him an Emmy, and then, it just makes me not value Emmys at all. Like,
True.
you've just completely tarnished Emmys for me
Hmm.
forever. I'm never gonna
Yep.
take it seriously because you gave this guy that killed a bunch of old people, the demographic that we knew was actually really at risk from COVID. That's
And
the
then
demographic that you
wrote a book on how to handle a pandemic.
and
Like,
then molested a bunch of women too.
dude.
Whoops.
Yeah, and you know what? And how long was he messing with women too? Because him and his brother both, and Joe Biden, I don't remember what show I was talking about this on. Nina Infinity. We were talking about this about how they have this attitude where they think they're the hot guy in the room, that
Yes.
all girls just want them to throw themselves. Like
Yes.
they have this air of I'm the hot guy, and if you're a woman, doesn't matter. If you're a woman, you clearly think I'm hot, so you must want to be with me. So if I go after you, it's because I'm the hot guy, and of course you want it. Like that's Andrew Cuomo. That's Chris Cuomo. That's Joe Biden. That's a lot of these freaking assholes in government that are just, they think that they have the power and they act like it.
They
Andrew
do.
Cuomo, dude, all of the countless different allegations, I read them, and it's like, it's all the same. He just kind of like went and kissed him and like grabbed him and like acted exactly as I just explained. And even just seeing him talk, that's his attitude. I'm
Mhm.
sick of those kind of people. Yes, Jonathan Shoup in chat just says true toxic males.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I saw
That
that.
is toxic males. I don't want to say
Mhm.
toxic masculinity because guess what? That's not masculinity. That's
No,
weakness.
it is weakness.
There's a huge difference. I don't like
Mhm.
that term, toxic masculinity.
It's a made up term. I tweeted
it
that's a
is.
made up term.
It
So
is
is
a made up
so is
term.
toxic femininity, because at the end of the day, there's bad people and there's good people, and you're gonna have a bunch of
Exactly.
both.
Mm-hmm.
So, dudes, it looks bad with dudes because they're bigger, they're physically more imposing, they can physically impose their will on people. But there's all kinds of ways you can be a terrible
Yeah.
person. So
Ryan, it's okay. I do it all the time. This is how I
mhm,
kiss everybody. I kiss all my friends like this. Oh, that makes it okay.
mhm.
Hey, it's okay. I sleep with my wife just like this. So you know what? Hey, come on. I'm Italian. They're like, what?
Yeah,
What?
what the hell does being Italian? I've never heard being Italian used as an excuse for groping a woman. Like, that's not an excuse, dog. I'm
No, it's
Italian.
not. It's
What?
dude. It's just ridiculous, man. Now he's. Let's look at this. Hold
Also,
on. And
shout out to Italy. I love Italy. I love pasta.
I do too. I
I'm
lived.
not hating on
I
Italians.
dude. I love Italy. I lived in Italy for
It's
like
beautiful.
almost half year. I love it there. Amazing people, and I had a great time. Again, it's the governments I have issue with. The
Mhm.
civilians across the globe are probably amazing, but look at this guy, Andrew Cuomo cries martyr in NYC church over cancel culture. Quotes wisdom of Jesus in Gospel of John. Remember the stonings in the Bible? Oh my God. You know what,
Wow.
Cuomo? Shut the front door. All right.
Shut the front door,
On your
Cuomo.
way out of here. You know what? I actually
Mhm.
said that to a friend of mine in the lunch line, and there was a teacher standing behind me and got so mad at me. I got a detention for saying that. I kid you not. I got in trouble for saying, well, I was like, you shut the front door, and like the teacher was like, excuse me. And like I got in trouble. I was like, oh, this is stupid. Like I didn't even say anything. I mean,
Was your teacher Nancy Pelosi by any chance?
man, turn around. I'm like, I'm a Democrat. Oh, okay. Yeah, go
Oh
about
well,
your day. Oh,
by
you're
all
good then.
means, please abuse whoever you'd like. Yes, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Oh, all right. It's fine. Oh, were you talking about Trump? I mean, obviously I was a kid at the time, but who knows,
Mm.
Oh man, these people are just insane. Andrew Cuomo, you should just take your losses and be grateful
That you're
that
not in jail.
you're not in
You're not in
jail right
jail,
now.
bro.
You're gonna try to make a comeback. Well, I'm gonna do my damnedest to remind everyone that you killed people because of your executive order on March 25th of
Mhm.
2020.
Mhm.
Insanity.
It's like legalized murder, man.
Yo, you're right, man. It is.
Mhm.
And he's not the only one. Gavin Newsom.
Oh yeah, I think the Michigan governor as well. There was a bunch. There was at least
Yep.
five. At least five of them.
Whitmer,
Yep.
Wolf,
There you go.
Murphy,
Might have been the
New
one in Oregon. I don't
New
remember.
Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Michigan, California. I know those five states. Those are the governors I just listed. They all did the same thing and boosted their numbers to increase the fear, which
I
that
mean,
they
legitimately,
needed people to
I'd be
believe.
more afraid if the people that are supposed to be taking care of me are shuffling my old family members off to be killed and putting them in the most dangerous situations possible. That is pretty scary. And what's even scarier is there's no repercussions once you do it and the damage is done and the people are underground.
Ain't that true?
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth? Let's see. Oh, hey, look at all
What's
right.
up, Flood?
Hey! What's up,
Woo!
guys?
How you doing, brother?
How we doing?
Pretty good,
And
pretty good.
that's the
Oh, hold
show.
on. Let me mute it
Good
down.
night, everybody.
And we're done.
No, I'm just kidding.
And we're done. See you later.
And we're done. Flood, what's going on? Were you in a tornado?
Yeah, man. Well, I wasn't in the tornado, but it was like where I'm at. Dripping Springs is a very, very small town.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
right before I was like getting set up to come on. You sent me the
Yeah.
link, and then my phone went, tornado warning. Not even a tornado watch. So I was like, this isn't that big of a place. Like the tornado could take over the whole entire city in one. So I was like, we got to find somewhere to go. So we went to her parents' house, who lived down the street.
And,
okay. And it was only it was like half an hour that it was a tornado warning, but I was like,
you didn't like go out and just like embrace it.
Hell no. What? If you want me, you want me. If it's meant to be, just take me out.
No. Base app Mondays. I wouldn't expect. I expect only the most base possible. All right.
Yeah. Nah. I was scared. I was like, yo. Mo was like, yeah, we could just stay here. And I'm like, No, they said
Oh,
get
man,
low.
yeah.
We're going somewhere.
We've seen Wizard of Oz, dog. You
Yeah, I'm gonna
low.
pass on that.
All you had to do was click your heels 3 times. Come on. No? Or wait.
Yeah, bro, I was worried.
You know, I actually was at the Blaze Studios, and they have the actual
ruby red slippers,
ruby red shoes.
Wow,
are you serious?
Right when you walk in, yeah, they're right there. You get to see them, the legitimate shoes from the movie. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Fire. That's
I should have
really
taken a photo.
Yeah, taking the shoes.
Yeah,
like that.
No, they're
locked
in a case. You can't actually grab them. But it's pretty cool to see those. Yeah, but how you been, Flood? How's it going with you, man?
I've been good. We finally, you see everything. We got everything set up.
Yeah,
you know, I'm back to dropping videos every day. Like
nice.
I'm doing good again, man.
How's that feel?
Good. Feels good. It does. It really I wasn't dropping daily. I was doing live streams daily, but I wasn't dropping videos, which I like doing a lot. Not live, like us just sitting here reacting or whatever. I hadn't dropped one in probably like a month and a half. Like I dropped one a month ago, and I hadn't dropped one a month before that too. So
yeah, it was a while since you've been because I'm used to going online pretty much every day. I mean I do every day. I go on and I just I'm perusing the internet.
And I'm there.
I'm always lurking. I see my homie, anybody that I know is streaming. I'm like, oh, I gotta pop in and say what up. So I got to do some lurking. So I hadn't seen you.
Yeah, I've been laying low, bro.
Both of you guys are on your way back. Caul, you're streaming a lot more. It's good to see you playing some Elden Ring. Flawed, you playing Elden Ring yet?
Poorly.
I've been playing Sifu a lot, honestly. But I'm about to get back into Elden Ring. I am about to get back into Elden Ring. Sifu's too hard. Like Elden Ring is hard, but Sifu is like stupid hard. It's like I feel stupid.
Maybe I should play it. I like hard
games.
It's
pretty cool. It's because the boss fights are similar from what I've seen anyway, where it's like you need to know their moves and you got to be able to counter.
You got to really pay attention to. They're like they kind of like they only have a certain amount of things that they do like combos, so you have to pay attention to them. And it's like
similar to Elden Ring.
It is.
Yeah, it's like that. It's the same type of.
Like kung fu
just fighting waves of people type of situation, you know.
Unless you have an OP friend that kills everyone for you.
I've never heard
Cap.
of that.
Never heard of that.
What? No.
I'm talking to you, Cap. All right. I don't know if you're listening right now, but if you are, you should let him fight the bosses.
I'm gonna start playing Elden Ring tonight. I think more because I've been looking at it and I'm like everyone is having so much fun with this game. I just have to get into it, you know. So I'm gonna really set myself up tonight and do that.
I love it. I was a little.
You're the reason that I want to play it. I always think about how you talk about it, and I'm like, I gotta get into this game because you give it so much respect, and you know what I'm saying. You described it well.
From Software, I love their stance on it too because there's a huge anti Elden Ring movement right now.
Really?
Yeah, because
it's so hard.
There's a blind gamer that is complaining about lack of accessibility to.
Oh my god, I'm so sick of this damn world, bro.
There's
you gotta cater to everybody.
Thank you. And you know who isn't? From Software.
Good.
Yeah.
They gave every employee a raise in their company. Said,
Good.
hey,
look at
this game is taking off. You guys, it was because of you. Boom, all of you get a raise. And they're saying
tell this company that has made so many good games one after another that people it's like a cult following that this company has, and you're gonna tell them you're not doing something right. Like they know exactly what they're doing. They have their own formula and they know exactly what they're doing.
Yep. And I played every game that they've. Well, I didn't play Armored Core. There's a few games.
Armored Core. They have an Armored Core game.
They've made they started Armored Core. I think
they're the Armored Core company from when I was a kid.
Yeah,
bro. Armored Core used to be my favorite game. Me and my little brother used to
that was from Software, dog.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo, that's
what?
Oh, geez.
Guess what?
Crazy.
You're gonna like this. You ready for this one?
Don't say they're coming out with another Armored Core.
They're coming out with another Armored Core.
Oh, I had to tell my brother, man. Yo, we used to sit there and create these robots. They give you the customization of the colors and all. I used to love Armored Core.
Yeah.
Bro. That was an amazing game.
You did hear blind gamers. There's literally a Twitter gamer guy that's complaining that Elden Ring has a lack of accessibility to blind gamers, and they're complaining that there's no easy mode. Well, guess what? There's no hard mode either.
Why do we want easy mode in games? I just want I just want to enjoy a game. Just if it's meant to be hard, then it's it is what it is. I don't understand.
If it's too hard, don't play it. You know.
Exactly.
It's not that hard. You can do seriously, like the people
you gotta get into it
who don't know the game think it's difficult because they don't want to. Number one, learn the mechanics.
The learning curve. That's all it is.
If you understand the mechanics of learning how to maneuver in the game, instantly the game gets easier. If you learn how to upgrade your weapon and do more damage, suddenly everything dies a lot quicker and it's a lot easier.
That's how I figured out. I figured that out with what the hell was the game I was just playing?
Yeah, co-op is easy mode. Exactly. Thank you.
I forget what it was.
I'm not attacking you, Caul.
But
I was reading chat.
You got to learn the mechanics for every game. Wait, what did they say?
This is an easy mode. I've been playing co-op in Elden Ring, and Cap is like level 5 million. So like we walked up to the boss, he swings once, the boss dies. I don't even hit it. I'm like, did it?
No, Caul's in the corner like, hey.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's right. I got some dust on me. How dare you?
That's how I like to play. My cousin does that for me all the time. Like he plays games and gets high level, and then I'm like, okay, like Dying Light. I haven't started it yet because I'm like, you're gonna level me up. I'm not gonna play until you level me up because I'm not gonna be that far behind you.
Y'all are weak.
Fuck that. I
need
my
support. You guys sound like some entitled SJWs right now.
You're damn right. You're damn right.
That's it. He's gone.
Woo!
We're done. No more You got booted from no more base staff. It's my ass.
Yo, you know what's funny is I'm dead ass serious. I haven't played Dying Light because I'm like, well, actually, I'm probably gonna play it. It's really because I don't want to play without him because I know he wants to see me play the game. That's really why. But like Elden Ring is, I might just have to co-op and get leveled up like that. That game is.
You know what? It's
frustrating.
I am not against co-op because it is part of the game. You use the game. You use what the game has available to you, and it's available.
I don't like that you can like just sit there and get leveled up and not put in the work. Like co-op. I don't like that for any game. I'm not gonna lie. That's like it's a weird mechanic in the game.
You're doing yourself a little bit of disservice by having Cap kill everything
for any game like that.
Caul, I was watching when you first played. You beat that first boss. You died so many times, but how good did that feel when you beat it yourself?
It felt really good. It felt really good.
Because you earned it.
In my defense, I did boot up the stream without Cap. He's like, "Hey, you want me to join?" I'm like, "Yeah." So
I was willing to do it.
I was willing to walk in and take my lumps. I was ready. I was ready.
You were willing to go in and do that shit.
So what you're saying is, I need to call Cap out and tell him to stop helping. No,
stop enabling you.
Cap, if you're listening right now, you need to start a new character. All right, and build with him.
Yeah.
Stop using your OP end game character to kill the bosses for him.
Yeah.
Because then it becomes a challenge again for both of you, and it's fun.
I remember I used to stream, right? I used to stream on Twitch before I started YouTube, like a few months before I started YouTube. And I was playing whatever games people were coming in and asking me to play. Like I had like a few people that would come in and watch, and I started playing Roblox. That's the name of the game, I think. Roblox. And there was a world. It was like a Naruto world, and I'm playing and I'm leveling up a character. Me and my boy both are playing, and we're leveling up our characters. We're just starting and learning this world. And this dude is in my chat, and he's like, "Yo, I have a level 600 character. Why don't you play with him?" And I'm like, why would I do that? Why would I just like that? That literally takes away the entire game. Like the grind of the game. The grind of the game is to level up your character. You want me to just jump in with a super character?
You just told me.
No, I was only joking. I was just joking when I said that. No, I don't do that. I was only playing.
Oh, with your cousin in Dying Light?
No, when Dying Light, I want to do that, but it's only because he wants to watch me play. No. He wants to watch me play the game, so I'm willing to do that.
Dog. I got you. That's it. Done.
Woo! You can't listen. Don't try to catch me up because I might have said that I really wanted to be leveled up. I might have said that.
Hold on.
And I might have meant it.
Mo, get over here. Mo.
I might have meant it.
Is he telling the truth?
I'm changing my what I thought now.
I need a second opinion. Mo, get over here.
No, come here. Come here. Hold on.
I need a second opinion. Let me ask her.
Hold on.
Can she hear me?
My bad.
You will now.
All right. First,
say the wrong thing. I fucking dare you to. I dare you to say the wrong thing.
All right. First off, what up, Mo? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm chilling. Hey, chat. This is Mo.
Hi, everybody.
Huh?
Tell him to calm it down.
He said, calm it down.
All right, let me ask you. I needed a second opinion. All right, and give me the truth. I don't want him to. Don't be worried about this guy.
I'm not worried about him.
He's not gonna do anything. I'm not worried about him. All right. Now, when he plays video games, does he need?
I don't play with him.
No. Does he play with his cousin? Did he have his cousin level him up in Dying Light?
I've said it before he even finished it.
She even knew what I was talking about. How did you know?
Guilty.
That's the only game.
Got it.
That's the only game.
Guilty.
She's a terrible significant other. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. Just know the real life. Just know the real life co-op. She's terrible at it. Obviously, at our co-op in real life, she's terrible at it. What the hell? Look at all these hats coming up on my screen.
Where did those come from? How did that just happen?
That might have been Gator. Gator's like fucking.
No, that's my alerts for donos. I don't know why that's happening.
Okay, but yeah, he definitely said Noah's gonna level him up, and then he'll be at the same spot.
Listen,
he can play at his.
I haven't even turned the game on because I'm waiting for the
level, guys. It's only to get to play at his level.
Right,
you didn't have to bought my spots on live stream, okay? Yo, let me just say. Let me just say. I was just playing along. She's lying.
Oh yeah,
she's lying. She's lying.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That's all she does.
Right. Yeah. Right.
What are you doing? Yeah, don't think that. Don't be surprised if the door's locked. Don't be surprised.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Yeah, they're guys. If you don't know, that is Flawed's co-host for the Flawedcast. That
not anymore.
Oh, damn!
All right, show now.
Oh, she just lost her position. Ooh,
she absolutely did.
Damn. Well, that's rough. All right. Well, cool. I totally didn't have anything to do with that.
You just ruined our relationship. Adam just ruined our relationship. Watch, we're gonna be doing separate videos on 2 different channels one day. Like the day that Adam blew up our relationship.
That's fine. I'll have a new co-host for Bay Staff Mondays.
Wow. I'll take her off this planet.
Hey, Mo.
She will not live anymore.
I'm calling you now, Mo.
Where are you going? You going to Adam's?
It's not available.
You going to Adam's house? Where you going? I'll let you do it.
Oh, sweethearts. All right. That is hilarious. Dude, I do too. I really enjoy Mondays with you guys.
Like, you guys are my real friends, man.
Yo, you know what, boys? I want you to know this is the first time that I've done this in a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Chat, I want you to know I went out and I got the power cord. The UFO is back.
Nice.
I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this.
Can I lift it?
Let's get it.
There it is.
All right. Oh, that's so fire.
Okay, now I don't have it in screen yet.
That's
but
so
it
fire.
Is official. Now, boys, I wanted you to know I was waiting for this moment.
To turn it on?
I'm actually gonna spin it right now.
Please do.
I haven't spun the UFO in months.
I haven't seen it. I've been waiting for this. I've literally been waiting for this.
It's about to go down.
It's about to go down.
It's very anticlimactic because you guys can't see it.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
I'm imagining it though.
Oh my god.
Okay, hold on.
I can hear it. The sounds.
Wait.
It's spinning.
Boom.
That's fire. That is so fire. Bro, how does that happen? Is that just magnets?
Yeah.
Gotta be. It's gotta be.
It's cool, right?
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I've been seeing these things on like being advertised to me, the same type of thing, just like plants and stuff that do that. And I was gonna get it, but the UFO blows them out of the water, so I'm not even gonna waste my time.
Now that is the original UFO.
Yeah, that's hard body.
The OG UFO, the only UFO. You might see other
hard
UFOs.
Body.
I heard there's other UFOs that may have made their way onto the scene in the YouTube world, but that is the original. That is the only one.
Like that. I don't like that.
If you are a member in chat, I want to see some UFOs spinning.
Hold up.
Look at all the UFOs already spinning.
Let me spin some UFOs in here, man.
Yo, love you guys. Love that chat.
Some UFOs in there.
Yeah, how come I can't put comments? What the hell?
Let me spin. No, I'm doing it. I have the
Yeah, you got to go to the page. It doesn't work in
gotcha.
in StreamYard. There it is. There. Look at them. Damn, Flawed's spamming those.
You feel me? You feel me?
I'll cool
You
it.
feel me?
That's Base App Monday right there.
I'm a spammer, baby.
You damn right.
All right, let's see
I'm
here.
so happy I made it on here, man.
Yo, me too, man. It
Hell
wasn't the
yeah.
same.
I really didn't.
Unless there's three amigos, it's not the same.
Facts. That's true. That is so true.
I mean, we already kind of like rocked out all the segments. But
I don't mind that. I'm just happy I got to stop by. You know.
Yeah, me too,
That's
man.
what
Me
means the
too.
most to me.
Yeah, we were talking about society. What else?
Yeah,
is new?
that makes sense.
You know, what I'm saying?
You know.
That makes very much sense.
You're right there. You get it. You get it. Let's see. Robert Wild starting it off as usual. It says, I hope this makes Betty and Diana smile. New fake leg will be done on 4/8. We'll have a special message in it for you and chat. Be blessed. Thank you, Robert.
Nice.
Put an inscription on it for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. You know, I want my name carved in it. That's
Hell
what
yeah.
I want.
Hell yeah.
Right next to the the machine gun.
Yep.
Or the little knife that comes out when you stamp the heel and twist in a certain way, like James Bond or something.
You just go like this.
Or the Joker. No, the Joker had it, right? Yeah.
Joker has one.
In Dark Knight. Let's see here.
What movie did I see that from when it hit him in the chest? When he stepped down, he stomped and it came out the.
Isn't the Dark Knight? The Joker had it, right?
No, I'm talking about an older movie than that. I can't.
Older movie? Oh yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Tony Goza says once start censoring, don't stop until everyone is censored. The sooner big tech is replaced, the better. Well, I agree with you there.
I don't see it getting replaced though.
That'd
be dope, though.
I agree. Also, it's pretty difficult now. It's like
how do we
stop
now.
that? How do we stop that tide? You know,
we gave them too much power already.
Well, I was talking to Caul earlier about like how do we harden the soft people, right? There are so many soft people. It's a pandemic unto itself. The amount of soft people in this world that have to take the day, right?
Yeah,
when someone misgenders them, even though that's like the stupidest thing to complain about.
Crazy,
like,
bro.
Like, come on, have a spine, right? Like grow
hear
some
anything?
thicker skin. Like you can't. What one person looks at you wrong, and they're like
your whole day.
It's because of insert victim. Whatever.
Because I'm this.
Whatever source you have as your victim, like it's because of that. Like, how do we do that, right?
Honestly, I don't know, man.
Right?
I think what has to the best thing to do is to actually send them to a place where they don't have the freedoms over here. That's like the best idea I can come up with.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that would definitely give them.
That'll
make them go there for a month or two. 6 months in a third world country.
They might not make it in those places. Like they might get killed. Caul was saying about in Iran. What was that guy got killed because
there was this amazing in his 20s, like 29, like one of the best wrestlers in the world.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Best and Dana White was White and other UFC fighters were pleading for his life.
I saw that,
and
they killed him.
Iran was like, we're gonna put him to death. And his crime was basically saying there's some corruption over here. I'm standing with my people. Dead.
And they took him out. That's true. I forgot about that. That was just.
And there's people that burn this beautiful flag because they think America is oppressive.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. That's disgusting, bro. That is disgusting. People. That's like my mantra is that we're so spoiled in America that we're so spoiled that we don't even want our freedoms anymore. We spoiled ourselves out of our freedoms. Yeah, it's crazy. We don't even know what we have.
Well, hold on.
We spoiled ourselves out of our
the phrase "we," right?
Yeah.
I don't recognize that being in that group.
And
I know that you don't either.
Yeah,
I know that you don't either, Caul. Like because of that, it's like we got to be careful with our phrasing there because it's this small minority group that is screaming the loudest.
That's absolutely true.
That everyone.
It's not even the majority.
Tech,
not even close to the majority.
Politics are basically
amplifying those voices to make this thing happen.
Yeah, it's like
push this shit further.
Back in 2020, if you spoke out against Black Lives Matter, what you don't think Black Lives Matter? It's like, no, of course I think they matter. I don't like the corporation making money off of grifting off of people's victimhood and people's empathy and monetizing that and then weaponizing it and shooting it back at the people that aren't just instantly just joining our cause.
That's exactly what they're doing. And that's crazy that they just people can't see through that. The people who are that latch onto these things so quickly, and then a company will be like, like Disney's been doing with DeSantis, like, oh, we don't stand with DeSantis, so everyone's like, yeah, we stand with Disney. Like Disney is $1 billion company and don't give a damn about you.
And DeSantis is trying to stop people from grooming kids. It doesn't even say the word gay. It says you can't groom kids. And guess what? You can't talk to those kids about being straight either. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I don't want kids being talked about sex at all, period.
Yeah, I want them learning their colors and how to count and read books, dude.
That's it. English and math, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to just Mary had a little lamb? Whatever happened to that?
My real, man.
Well, the lamb probably wasn't the right shade of color. There wasn't enough rainbow lambs. I don't know. I tried to make a joke. Flawed laugh.
That was a good one. That was a good joke.
The only one.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. You just throw
sadly, probably more accurate than Adam realizes. Like he thinks it's a bad joke. It's probably a reality. It's probably a reality. So.
Well, honestly, that's why it's a bad joke, because it's actually reality, which makes it sad. It's like, oh no,
that's so crazy. This is where we're at today.
Fat Planet said Adam is so lit. Darth had to put on some sunglasses. I was kind of fiery today, wasn't it?
Yeah, you're pretty
I'm feeling really comfortable behind the camera.
I like that jacket.
Thank you.
That's what I
said. There's a story behind this jacket, and
I know the story.
I told Caul I'm not going to tell the public world, because it's kind of drama filled.
Okay,
but I earned this jacket. We'll just put it that way. I earned this jacket. This jacket's mine.
Yeah.
Robert Wiles,
I like when you get spicy like that. That's
it was a little spicy. I don't know. Say like I don't even consider myself being spicy, even though there are definitely people out there that they're probably calling me a transphobe, trying to call me whatever ism they want to insert.
Like there's not logic behind your beliefs.
Absolutely, they have no idea who I actually am.
Crazy. I saw that what you shared today. Oh, skateboarder gamer.
Jealousy, man. Yeah, jealousy is not a good look on anyone, dude.
It's so funny because they'll big up this person on this side who's saying whatever they want them to say, and that person will have no actual like credibility to anything they're saying. They're just speaking what they want to hear, and they don't care. That could be this person could be a Peter, whatever. All these different things, and they'll say, as long as they're saying the right thing, they'll up them. But then they'll try to find anything about you and be like, that's a negative. Like it's a negative that you're doing what you love and turning it into a career. And
so I was a professional skateboarder. I wasn't just a skater.
A professional model.
I got paid for it. Those things I'm like, I actually achieved like
the highest level.
I became a professional in those. Music. Not yet.
Amazing. No, you're amazing. You're an amazing musician.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I have aspirations in music. Like I don't even feel like
you could go far.
I haven't even touched music yet.
Really?
That's how I feel. Like because I was a musician for me, and I did play out.
You're very talented for someone who hasn't touched music. That's crazy.
Well, I appreciate it. Well, I mean, because I did it for me, I wasn't actually trying to
go anywhere with it.
Monetize it, be a professional. Like I haven't tried to be a professional musician yet.
I think
I should.
You're there.
A lot of people have told me, chat, you especially, a lot of people have told me, and
you're
I
definitely
want
there.
To.
And your performance is on point. Like the thing is a lot of people, they need the studio engineering, mixing and mastering to make themselves sound good. Like you sit there, play acoustic and sing, and sounds crazy. It's just like amazing. Like
Thanks,
that right there is.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Real, man.
That. Thank you.
I know it goes into it, man. I've been rapping and making music for a while, so I know that's.
Speaking of which,
hard,
I had never actually heard your music, but I tuned in to your show the other day, a couple days ago, and you were spitting like word for word to a song, and I'm like, oh, this song's hot.
Yeah,
like this
kind of crazy.
Oh wait, that guy sounds kind of familiar.
Oh, I think I remember you saying, is that Flood?
Like Flood, is that your music, Doug? No, I had no idea, man.
For a while, for a long time, since 2004, I was like, I've been making music since 2004, rapping.
And the words, like you had some
spicy
some
stuff. I'll be saying some stuff, man.
But I like that. I like that spiciness. I mean, people like to say that Tom McDonald is like grifting, and it's like,
I don't
how he's actually calling out all the BS, dropping facts. That pisses them off. That's why they gotta say that.
Drifting when he's speaking fast.
Tom
It doesn't make
McDonald
any
is saying
sense.
what they wish they could say.
Legit.
On a level, on his own.
Yep. And that's the thing.
Work.
They hate that the thing is he's independent, 100% independent. Everything he does is independent. So the fact that he's gotten to the level that he's at, people hate it so much because people don't have the kind of drive and dedication that this dude has to his craft. Like, I don't even have that kind of drive and dedication. Like, I realize why I didn't make it now. I'm always like, damn, what happened? Like, I should be signed, Like, if it takes that much work, no, I shouldn't have been signed then, because this dude is above and beyond so much further than what
I know with that kind of work ethic, and that's Tim Pool. That dude works.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, he's
no
definitely
one
seems
else
like a workhorse, honestly.
Yeah,
he does.
Robert Wild says, Adam, please read this. Okay, I'm about to. I don't have the money.
Nope.
Chell of the Sea lost her job, and her friend lost her little one. Wish I could do more. Well, that's really sad. Chell,
damn, that's rough.
Man, you went through a lot. You lost your significant other last year, and now your friend lost some stuff. Well, you know what? As I said last time, sending you some vibes. Keep your head up. Yeah, Chell. It's life sucks.
Legit.
But when you realize, it's not when you realize life sucks. So in my song Freely, that's one of the first. No, that is the first line. Is life sucks sometimes, but when you realize that it only sucks sometimes, then it's not so bad, because you have to know that without the dark, you wouldn't know what light is.
Yep, that's facts.
That is
facts. That is very. Yeah, I like that. That's facts.
Thank you. Yeah. So shout out. I hope you have a better day. I hope this. I saw you in chat said, I hope Base F Monday makes you feel better. So, that was Freebird. All right on, Chell. Oh, okay, that was Freebird who lost that. Thank you, Chell. But either way, that's going through it. It never lasts.
Yeah.
So
that's facts, man.
Cool. But send you some good vibes. Jason for 10. Just gave me a thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs up. Chuck Morris, word of advice for actors. Become a character actor before you are so old you have to be. That's pretty good.
Like Robert De Niro always having to play a grumpy old man now.
Right. Bobcat.
Dude, he's not even playing that role. He is that person.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why you have to be a character actor now.
Yeah. Bobcat says, you know what's worse for Pennsylvania than Tom Wolfe? Current state attorney general John Shapiro running to fill his seat this year.
Jeez.
I don't know much about what's going on in Pennsylvania right now. I haven't been paying attention.
I just know Leah. Not Leah.
It is
Caul.
so difficult to be able to fine tune what I know about everything because so much is going on, and I have my net.
Different things.
My net is cast so wide across life that even
you do well.
Thank you. Even trying to understand what I'm talking about and have like things to say about it, you have to do some digging into a certain subject. So it's tough. It's tough. So no, I don't know. I don't even know who Josh Shapiro is. Only joined to troll, says Flawed is back. Like my name, the world is getting better.
Nice.
All right.
What's good, Eddie? That's Eddie.
Oh, that's Eddie. All right, Eddie. All right. Well,
that's his original name.
Oh, all right, cool. Flawed is back, like my name. I get it. Fantastic, Mr. Knox. What's good? It says, what's a blind person complaining about unable to play the game? They can't actually see whatsoever. This raging from entitled SJWs is getting silly. Yo, did you hear that?
That's a fact.
The blind player is complaining about Elden Ring. It's just like, come on.
Crazy as hell. That's crazy as hell. You're lucky you even got a game, bro. You're lucky there's any games for you to play. Like, what you complaining about, bro?
I can't believe that every single game ever made isn't made just for me.
For real. Like how you sound. People are wild in this world, man.
Yeah, they really are. Eddie again says, the fact that Adam and Flawed both played Armored Core enforces my love for Base Staff Mondays. Caul's Force shows his thought bubble of cats. Fantastic. That's
his thought bubble of cats.
Yeah, that's good. That's Tiger up there. That's
good
a
job,
big
Tiger.
cat.
Big boy.
For anyone wondering, SNN stands for Sith News Network. Obviously, Darth Caul is part of the Sith.
I'm sure you guys have heard of it. It's a very prestigious news network.
That's awesome.
I thought it was some niggas nasty.
No, No, he doesn't have the right skin color for that.
True.
Latanya Brooks, thank you for that little winky face. And then Robert Wiles just did a little pile of poop emoji, but it's smiling. So happy shit, I guess. I don't know. That's funny.
Happy shit.
Happy shit. I don't know whatever that means. It's cool to see this UFO spinning. I'm gonna try to actually prop it up a little.
Yeah, you gotta
higher.
raise it up next time.
Hell yeah.
It's gotta be floating a little bit. Maybe I'll get rid of my
Dude, you gotta
here.
get it, Adam, so that you can't see the base. You can only see space underneath, and then the saucer. So when it spins, it looks like it's really flying.
That'd
be fire.
That'd be fire. Let me see if I can get.
You know what you can do? You can take a picture of your background. You can put it behind you, and you can put green screen around the base, and then it will look like it's floating.
That
would be a picture of the background.
Basically, what he's describing here.
Oh, look! It's actually kind of see it a little bit.
Yeah.
So if I had it
it's raising. Oh, I was like, whoa, it's flying up.
Whoa!
Just blew my mind.
Oh, snap.
That shit just blew my mind. I'm like, whoa, it raised so smoothly.
I did that with my mind. I used my Sith powers.
That's fire, man. You're talented.
Man, you don't
it
even
went
know.
up so smooth, bro. Like, I was like, wait a second, that was fire.
Well, Flawed, I'm glad you were able to make it through the tornado.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad he's alive. Yeah, I'm glad Flawed's alive.
Yeah, man, I almost wasn't here today, bro.
True that.
Otherwise, there'd be no Bay Staff Mondays next Monday.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
We were getting worried.
I hope you guys would like get graphics made for me and stuff with like angel wings and clouds around me and stuff. I hope you guys would do that.
Yeah, you know, I would bring up the picture, and you would just be in that spot. But you wouldn't say anything.
Yeah. Nah, there's an app now where you can like make pictures talk, and I keep seeing the advertisement for it. And it's Benjamin Franklin singing like my humps, and you could like do that with my picture.
Gosh. Wow.
Just have my picture, my face just the whole time.
And if you guys are interested in both of these gentlemen, they have great takes. Of course, Flawed goes live all the time. In the description below, you can follow him.
About to drop 2 videos today.
And Caul is just so close on Twitter. Please go give him a follow.
Please do.
I'm close, baby.
Please do,
he's like 10 away from 1,000 followers. Can we please get him?
Help him out, guys.
If you are on Twitter, definitely go give him a follow, and also check him out on Twitch. He's also a character actor, trained. He does all sorts of different characters, and yes, definitely follow these boys.
Checking Twitch more often, bro.
In the description below, you can find both of them. Please go give them a follow, and thank you all for following me anywhere across my social medias. Very easy, Adam Krigler. And I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I don't know. I think I might be solo tomorrow. I'm trying to get Savannah on the show. I don't know if she's able to join me because she's super busy with her new job. But we shall see.
Yo, tell her to let me on Truth Social, man. Tell her to put my stuff quicker, man.
I'll see what I can do. But thank you all very much, and I will see you all next time. Good night.
Peace.
Love you guys.